We're back with more Your Kentucky in a Home, and PR Lancaster is joining us with Lancaster Built Homes. Thanks for joining us today, PR.
Thanks, glad to be here.
So we're in the beautiful Harmony Point subdivision, and you have a lot of homes going on here.
Yeah, presently we have 4 homes that we started in here and have availability to build more. Yeah, we're real excited. We've got them all the way from trimming and tile right now, all the way to just putting the foundation in. So lots of opportunities here to customize if people want to, or buy something that's totally finished and ready to go.
And you have plans for them to choose from that'll kind of help them with the design process.
Certainly, yeah. We've got plans. We've got most of our houses already have packages put together for all the things that you'd normally have to choose to help you kind of through that process. You know, some people want to be a part of every little decision, and some people that's too intimidating, so that they like to have kind of a limited choice that's already been thought out that they can choose from. So it just kind of depends.
Well, you have a couple houses here at Harmony Point that are to that stage where they're pretty much already thought out, and they can just walk in and, you know, with a little bit of time to get it completely ready. Like the house we're in front of is pretty much almost finished.
That's correct, and it can. You're probably not 60 days, maybe even 30 days if we had a client to get this thing finished and have somebody in it. So. We're also excited because Home is going to be down the street, so that will bring a lot of excitement to this development too. At least that's our hope.
And what are the price ranges here?
Well, it ranges probably in the high 4s all the way up into 8s. Some of the ones on the fringes. Now, I don't have any of the higher end ones. I'm trying to get them a little bit more affordable if I can.
So what are the ranges for the ones that you have?
Probably 450 to 550, something like that.
And the square foot ratio of them?
They're probably about 2,500 square feet, plus or minus, depending on if it's a ranch or a 2-story or whatever.
And the one we're in front of right now, how many bedrooms and baths does it have?
It's got 4 bedrooms and I believe 2.5 baths, I believe.
So you mentioned Homerama. You've been in Homerama a few times over the years, and you've been building for a very long time. What made you get into the business?
I got into it through a kind of an unlikely position. My family's not in construction, but I ended up getting to a point where I bought old homes in the Highlands here in Louisville and did home flipping 25 years ago probably. And then that gravitated into building my own home, enjoyed that process, partnered with a builder at the time, and built mostly in Oldham County and Eastern Jefferson County. We even did some small developments, multifamily stuff. And then branched out, I'm gonna guess probably 18 years ago on my own. Again, building throughout Eastern Jefferson County, Oldham County again. And then got into the Norton Commons development, was the first builder group and built the first house there. Built there for a long time, still build there some, but now kind of branching back out into some other communities. So it's been a while.
So what's your favorite thing about building?
My favorite thing is the creative, the ability to be creative. And so many jobs, especially higher end customs, which is where I really kind of got my start, it gives you the ability to take lots that are very unique or kind of unbuildable and try to figure out a way to build on them, and that ultimately turns out to be a house that's really unique. Most builders are scared to take on something like that, but that's what I always looked for.
Well, you got very creative with the floor plans here at Harmony Point, and even though it's streamlined and it's in a very scenic, beautiful development.
Sure, and it's also a very sought after area. It's right here by North Oldham High School and the elementary school. You know, the schools in Oldham County are fabulous, and so people love to kind of gravitate to this area. It's connected with the Longwood development next door, which is a couple ticks up in price range to this. So it gives people that maybe can't justify that kind of home another opportunity. So we think it's going to be very successful, and as soon as it catches fire, it's just going to go nuts. And so we hope to be at the front end of that. So
to recap, for those at home that are interested in this development, you have 4 houses that are in various stages of construction.
Yes, that's correct. And obviously 1.5 stories, ranches, 2 stories, all kinds of choices.
And Missy Klein is your realtor that you work with to sell all these houses.
That's correct, and she'd be the perfect person to get in contact to get the details on all these homes that we're building.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, PR. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I'm, again, very glad that you're here.
If you're interested in one of these beautiful homes that were built by Lancaster Built Homes, give Missy a call with the contact information on your screen. Thanks for joining us on Your Kentuckiana Home Snapchat. I'm with David Duke with 5 Day Kitchens. Thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be here, Kimberly.
So 5 Day Kitchen is a fast and affordable way to get your kitchen remodeled that is on trend and up to date with whatever you want.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So what we do is we try to keep the process simple for the consumer. So we typically come out to the house, do a little analysis in their kitchen, find out what their dreams, wants, and needs are. We come back, we design the kitchen, we bring them back into our design center, present the design to them, and usually get something pretty close to what they're looking for. And at that point, they go through a product selection where they'll choose the cabinetry, the countertops, the backsplash, the flooring, the sink, the fixtures, and things like that.
And what are you finding that people are wanting now in kitchens?
Well, there's still there's traditional trends that are still popular. A lot of contemporary trends, and then the transitional. We do a lot of transitional kitchens, and rustic is pretty popular these days.
And you can help someone whether they're wanting a more high-end kitchen with a lot of extra features, or if they have a smaller budget as well.
We do. We have products for many budgets. So we carry multiple lines of cabinetry, for the people that want the high-end, and then for the consumers that are a little more budget-friendly.
And how long does it take to do the kitchen remodels?
Because we control all of the scheduling and all of the construction, we're able to give you a beautiful, high-quality kitchen with very little downtime.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, David. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kimberly.
We'll be back with more Your Kentuckiana Home in just a moment. Thanks for joining us on Your Kentuckiana Home. Tune in next week for more beautiful homes.
Join us next week for another episode of Your Kentuckiana Home, brought to you by Window World.